Hey there, Storm fans. Bryant here, and we're doing something a little bit different today. We're playing Modern. I'm excited, as you can tell by my holiday-themed dinosaur sweater, and I hope that you're excited as well. So in front of us, we have Rug Storm, as I like to call it. This list is mostly based on theory crafting. Veil of Summer is very good against the current metagame. It's good against the Omnath decks, and it's good against the Black-Red Death Shadow decks. In general, I'm not a super big fan of Modern anymore. I think Force Negation sort of killed my love for the format. Um, Basically, Aria Flame got way worse because you couldn't punish blue players for tapping out anymore, and Past in Flames is just not very good against Force Negation, similar to Legacy. And I think it kind of just made me, it rubbed me the wrong way. This deck hasn't put up a whole lot of results either, but it's my Modern deck, and I'm trying to find a way around that. And what I'm doing currently is playing green. So one of Blue Red Storm's tougher matchups in the past has been Burn, and Burn is sort of morphed into Mono Red Prowess, and I guess you could say Blue Red Blitz as well. Whether the Storm is an attempt at fighting back against that, it's been decent. I haven't played this list a lot. I've played it a tiny bit here and there. I think it's reasonable. I also believe that Empty has gotten considerably worse over the last few years. So you will not find an Empty in my main deck. Part of me thought about not even playing it in the 75. That's how strongly I feel about Empty as a card. Um, yeah. So instead, we're going to find a Repeal. I don't love Repeal. I even considered running a Fae of Wishes instead, just so I didn't have to run this card. And then run like something like Ignite Memories or the Empty in the board. Just so that way the Repeal could be a little bit more flexible. The slot, like a single one of Fae of Wishes actually doesn't sound that bad. I probably wouldn't run a giant tutor board. I'd probably run something similar to this, but it's a concept I've been toying with. And it looks like we just got paired. Let's hop right on in for match number 1 of Modern. Well, I hope that they join us. Maybe not. While we wait, we can continue to look at the deck list. So we're going to have 1 green source for 7 green spells. 3 basic still, 3 fetch lands, well, 3 non-scalding turn fetch lands, 17 total lands. I know that some of the more recent lists have gone up to 18 and they cut Sleight of Hand and they're playing Selene Visions. I'm a fan of Sleight of Hand. I'm not cutting it. Um, I think one of the reasons that this deck loses sometimes is that its inability of sculpting early. It's not that you often just end up with like too much mana. I don't think that's usually the issue. All right, let's try a new opponent this time. Yes, I would love to be on the play. I would not like to keep that. This seems reasonable. Don't really need the breeding pool in game 1. Haven't played Modern in some time. Most of 2020, to be honest. I've done like a league here and a league there, but I haven't been playing it a whole lot. A few years ago, I was playing Modern 2 nights a week locally and then online a bunch. Spirits is a tough matchup. Yeah, I mean, I do want Brawl. Well, those were back-to-back really good draws for us. We only have one more basic in our deck, which is a Thought. Just in case Path to Exile happens, we only have the one island remaining. I shouldn't have said it. I did it to myself. Another brawl? This is pretty much just going to make them sack their Wanderer. Save some damage. Vial. Definitely want to Metamorphose. I'm not sure if the last card should be Grape Shot or not. I think maybe it should be. I don't know if the blue-white spirits decks play Force and Negation. Alright, they gave us the rituals. I wonder if I should be looking up this specific opponent or just spirits. The first Blue-White Spirits deck has Force and Negations in the board, but not main deck. So we could Past in Flames here. But I think I'm going to play it slow and just bounce the Vial. That was actually a really good draw. So we could go up to 7. I think I'm just going to pass. Come on, play another Lord. This person has Dampening Spheres in their board. That's pretty scary. And Grafdigger's Cage. Just gonna pass. So it's pretty crucial that we get this game won. They have 4 deputy of detentions, which means that empty's not even good against them. Alright, well now it's playing on easy mode. Brawl does not reduce the cost of splice, in case you were curious. We have a Morphos in the graveyard. I think I'm okay with playing this Visions. Do not need you. I guess I could Visions first. Okay, our opponent has seen enough. So definitely want these. And if they have Damning Sphere, I want the Echoing Truth. This is one of their more recent lists. No Force of Negation, though. I do enjoy that. They do have Dispute. And Deputy, Damning Sphere, Cage. It's actually quite a bit of hate. Part of me thinks I'm just supposed to board out cantrips, call it a day. Bring in 4 answers. Because I don't really want the empty against the list with 4 deputy. Pieces doesn't seem that good. I guess it does find you your answers, but it's a little clunky, right? And what are you boarding out for? Remand? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do, though. Like, Remand doesn't seem very good against, like, Mystical Dispute anyway. It is good against Spell Queller, but little mana intensive, and it gets hit by Dispute. Let's try this. I like this. Our opponent's mulliganing to 5. So this is one of the downsides of this list not running Aria Flame, is that it's a lot harder to beat things like Cage or Dampening Sphere, because like you could just play an Aria and slowly kill them. I think I'm going to hold the Grape Shot for now. And there's the wet ball. So they mulligan specifically to the Damning Sphere, which is good to know. Yeah, it's probably worth keeping. Don't really need these. I wonder if we're supposed to try to kill the Wanderer. Probably not. Alright, now I'm going to bolt it. I should be able to kill both their spirits on our turn with Grape Shot. They're down to 2 cards, so they probably don't have a whole lot of gas in the tank. Oh, I'm sorry. Grape Shot is not going to kill the Rattle Chains because they can make their stuff indestructible. So maybe I don't burn the Manamorphose, I'm not sure. That was a pretty good draw. I think I'm just going to pass. They have 3 Mystical Dispute. Well, now Spellqueller's live. Sure. Alright, I feel like this is my window, but maybe that's not true. Maybe I'm supposed to wait. So we're dead if they have any other creatures at this point. And we have an Echoing Truth in our deck. I mean, we're on a 1-out. So I guess what we do is we bounce the Rest in Peace and then try to draw the Echoing Truth. I don't think I'm going to be able to cast this. Yeah. They drew both spheres. There's only two. Not Echoing Truth. Yeah. Alright, we lost that game. Game 3. I don't think I want to change anything. I'm going to leave it as is. I would expect our opponent to mulligan to a piece of hate again. Or if they just open hand it, keep their 7. Alright, well they kept 7. Alright, we really want to draw past, or not Past in Flames, Gifts and Given. We already have a Past in Flames. So the Truth is okay, but we really need to draw action, like a Gifts. There's Rest in Peace. So we could try to win this turn off the back of Manamorphose. I think that's really risky. I'm just going to pass. And we would have gotten punished by the Wanderer. Okay. So we know that our opponent has Mana Leak available next turn. I think this might be our window. Yeah, it definitely is. So they're going to sack their Wanderer here, and then we're going to play Ritual and pay. Interesting. Oh, it's only a 2/2. I thought it was a 3/3. We can draw 4 cards this turn. Yeah. We have 2 draws off the Manamorphose. That's it. That's a redraw, but we really need to find action. Okay. It's getting a little bit better. We can still flash back the Past in Flames. We're going to bounce. Oh no, we can't even target it. Guess we could bounce this though. Maybe that's a waste of mana. But yeah, that was bad. But I guess it shrinks the Wanderer to a 1/1. We've seen, I believe, 9 cards this turn after the draw from Anamorphose, so hopefully we draw something good here. We have 2 grape shots that win the game on the spot, Gifts and Given. I've purposely held the fetch land because I didn't want to shuffle the deck. Bummer. So they have Rest in Peace and that 3 mana creature in their hand. Captain. Guess if we draw gifts and given, though, we're in a good spot. We're going to draw for turn. It's going to be Grape Shot. Like the 9 cards we drew last turn wasn't enough. Well, there's gifts. Alright, let's attack for 5. That would have won the game last turn. I don't know what we do with it currently, though, is the issue. It looks like they're F6'd. Getting pieces seems like a no-brainer. Maybe it's just like a value gifts. Get another gifts. And they can't give us a repeal, I don't think, so I don't know if we actually need a repeal to win this game anymore, so I don't think they're going to give it to us. I'm just going to get the repeal so that way they exile it. Like, I don't think we're going to win by casting Past in Flames again. So we definitely don't want the Brawl. And I've cast both my bounce spells this game, so we do not want that. Goblin aggro, though. Giver. Grape Shot would be good here. Ayy. This has been quite the game so far. We have 1 Grape Shot left. Our opponent's going to 4. We have 1 Bolt left. We have one more pieces after this as well. And this is going to do it, I believe. And the one bolt. How lucky. Woo woo, 1-0. That was a fun match. Pretty tough matchup as well. And if you would like to show your appreciation for this modern content, check out our new mini token pack that you can pick up at theepicstorm.com/shop. They are half the size of your standard Magic the Gathering cards. You have 6 mana symbols, 1 storm symbol, 9 goblin tokens on the back, unique goblin tokens, 54 tokens overall. And they're mini. They're half the size of a standard Magic the Gathering card. And you can get those at theepicstorm.com/shop. All right. We're on the play for round number 2 against the Angry Fish. Seems pretty good. Leading off on the fetch land here for Serum Vision's Equity, and then I can play 2-3. If we draw another canal, we draw another canal. So I don't know what our opponent's playing yet, but my current plan is to play Electromancer on 2, Brawl on 3, so that way we have Brawl plus Remand open if we want it. This looks like it would be Infect. Infect is another tough matchup for Storm. And there's the agent. He might just be dead here. Alright, any 1 mana pump spell kills us. They played around the Remand perfectly. Yikes. I'm pretty sure that lists only play like one main deck spell pierce too. Remand seemed a little embarrassing there. I'm going to board that out. Seeing what I can find out about current Infect in Modern. I don't think it's a very popular deck. Yeah, it's towards the bottom, 0.04. 2 Spell Pierce main. Maybe something like that. Try this out. I felt like our opening hand was definitely a keep. I would keep that hand again, but it just didn't really pan out for us. Like our opponent, their hand matched well against ours, and sometimes that just happens. So as long as you make good choices, I don't think it's actually like the end of the world. And while we wait on our opponent, you can also check out our original Storm tokens. We only have eight sets of these left, so once they're gone, they're gone. There will be no more made. These are the original tokens from the launch of the epicstorm.com/shop, and they're a full-size standard Magic the Gathering card. There's only the 10 tokens, unlike the new mini tokens where you get 54. This helps with the new Storm rule. So if you're interested in these, get them while they are still in stock. Game 2. We've had 2 pretty tough matchups so far. Hopefully we can pull this one out as well. Oh, I only get to keep one. It is not Serum Visions. Goodbye, Past in Flames. And there's the turn 1 Hierarchy again. Pretty free to get Steam Vents against the deck that is in, killing you by life total. Scale Up was also like a really big improvement for this deck. It's just like a much better Become Immense essentially. Once again, I only get to keep one of them. I think I'm okay casting Morphos here. I want to hit my land drop, which is the main reason I'm doing it. So if they have like a Blossoming Defense or something, they could save one of these. And there's the Blossoming Defense. Ooh, Mutagenic Growth. Yeah, I guess it is in these lists. I was told that decks cut Mutagenic Growth, so that's kind of interesting. Alright, there's the elf. Really want to draw an action spell here. Ding. Oh, or I guess our opponent could have Veil of Summer. Veil counters Gifts and Given. Maybe I should have boarded in pieces for that reason. Yeah, I'm going to have to board in pieces for game 3. I feel like I'm about to get blown out. I've played my land. So hypothetically, I could get Past in Flames, Bolt, Grape Shot, a Braid. And that way I can kill the elf no matter what. Huh. Woo woo! Alright, let's get this third game. We'll board in pieces this time. Let's not be a dummy. Let's get rid of this repeal. I don't think that card's good here. Sorry, sleight of hand. Actually, if we're taking out instant speed, I guess we still have those. Cannot keep. We're also on the draw, which makes this game a little more difficult. They kept 7. I don't think we can keep this. Okay. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a hand. Glad I put Passing Flames in the bottom. Okay, that's a reasonable draw. So I'm taking a risk here. I'm choosing to not Grape Shot the Noble Hierarch. So we have a Braid, Echoing Truth. Yeah, so like boarding out the repeal was a little bit awkward against Cage. I don't know if we have um, cards that we can really gifts for now. So the repeal's in the board. We have a Braid, Echoing Truth. Yeah, so we're going to have to draw one of these two naturally in order to win, I believe. Maybe that was an oversight for boarding out repeal. I just figured that it was kind of clunky. It gets hit by Veil, and it gets hit by Spell Pierce Fluster, and some of these lists have all of them. I don't know if every list has Fluster, but they certainly have Veil Spell Pierce. I could see one repeal being better than the last sleight of hand. Okay. They're going for the natural kill. Gotta respect it. Okay, so what are our options here? Bolt seems pretty good. Really want a Pieces. I don't want to get Past in Flames because they're just gonna give it to me with a Cage in hand. I could almost get the 2 answers and then just like try 2 pieces into gas this turn. But if that doesn't work, we're fighting a pretty uphill battle the rest of the game. But this might be our window. That seems like a trap, though. I don't think I like that plan. Come on, select the cards. Alright, let's see if we can cantrip into this other grape shot. Electromancers. We're going to have a repeat of last match. Should I keep the other Electromancer on top? Question is there another mutagenic growth? Ooh, that selected a bunch of them all at once. That went very quickly. I don't know if I like this line, but I wanted to do 3 and 3, and that click just went so fast. And if they just go land, well, it looks like they don't have the infect creature, so that's good. So they're taking 5 here. So that going too fast is actually going to cost us because we have 7 on board. They can fetch going to 1. And there's the blank moth. So we want to draw a bolt or the other grape shot. Because we're probably dead to the ink moth. A lot of good that does me. Guess we'll take it though in case we draw one of the answers. But I think we're just dead. So now they have to block because they fetched. So they have to block pump. Alright, so we're really looking for them to not draw land on their turn. Because as of right now, they would need scale up plus 2 growths. I mean, this was a good match. Hopefully we get it, but this was a good match anyway. Make them think that we have it. So they need double mutagenic growth if they don't have the land. And they conceded, so that puts us up 2-0 over 2 tough matchups. That's pretty exciting. Pretty cool indeed. And if you don't normally watch my videos, make sure to follow all of the social channels in the description below. We also have a Discord that is not featured in this image. So join that, follow all the social links, like and subscribe. Okay, our opponent has revealed Lurrus of the Dream Den, which I believe means that they're on burn. Or some sort of red deck. I guess it could be like Bogles. This hand seems fine. Unfortunately, we're on the draw, and I feel like Lurrus decks are decks where we really need to be on the play. And it is in fact burn, so we'll get to test out these Weather the Storms. Burn has traditionally been a very difficult matchup for Blue-Red Storm in Modern. One of the reasons that I was okay with playing Modern was that if you look at the Modern metagame, Burn's numbers are pretty much non-existent. But whenever I play Modern, it's like glued to me. Electromancer was a good reveal. So is the Past in Flames. Burn is 1.5% of the metagame. Dexter's glued to me. Seal of Fire. That makes our Goblin Electromancer on top a little bit embarrassing. Play this tapped. So how we win this is that maybe our opponent doesn't show a lot of patience in that they just fucking Eidolon, and that they just like waste the seal, but we're probably not going to be able to beat that. So if they have a bolt here, we probably lose. So we're definitely getting Grape Shot. I feel like the other two should just be rituals. Because if they give us ritual, we're actually dead. If they give us ritual, we're dead. Because we would go to 2 if we tried 2 Grape Shot. I don't know if there's a better option though. I guess I could get like the repeal. Repealing Morphos. Whatever. I'm just going to do this. I feel like the repeal Morphos line is so improbable. So that's going to put us... We're probably dead. They have 3 cards in hand. I guess I could get lucky in that they're just flooded, but I doubt that. Alright, so now we have to survive with the Seal of Fire in play and we're at 6. So Boros Charm kills us. 2 burn spells kills us. Womp womp. Well, we do get these weathers. I think we pretty much won all of this. I could be wrong. Maybe not pieces. But I imagine Burn plays Rest in Peace. Yeah, they have 3 Rest in Peace. It's pretty crazy. We have so many cards we want to board in. I feel like Repeal's just too slow. It's part of the reason I don't like this card. It's just so clunky. Maybe board out a few gifts. Maybe like 1 gifts. We can board out perhaps the Slights. Something I've done in the past is just like 100% board out creatures. But the problem is that like we only have 1 empty and with no Arias or anything like that. So I think that plan's not very reliable. And I don't think Remand is actually that good against Burn. So I'm going to board out Remands. Still need 2. Probably should have like 1 Electromancer maybe. Or maybe even both if they're going to be playing Seal of Fire. But Seal of Fire isn't in this list. I don't know. Seal of Fire seemed to like... Goblin Electromancer seemed pretty bad against Seal of Fire. Maybe it's just right to only have like brawls and stuff. This is probably okay. We get to be on the play this time. Alright, this seems like a reasonable hand. Alright, and our opponent mulliganed. I would like a brawl. I don't think I'm going to play the Brawl right now. I'm just going to opt. And if we don't hit anything off this, I'm probably going to play this tapped. Gifts is obviously good here. I'm going to top that. So the best draw that we could possibly have on our next turn is Manamorphose. Because Manamorphose would allow us to just win. But I'm going to guess that we probably don't draw the best card in the deck. And we'll reevaluate our game plan next turn. It might just be like an end step Gifts. I don't know if I want to play Brawl. All right, here I'm going to pass. And then on their end step, I'm going to cast Gifts and Given. Could just be dead here. They Boros Charmos. Might be leaving open Skullcrack or something. But I'm going to try my best to not show them that card. Alright, so Ritual. Alright, so we definitely want Rituals. Maybe I do get Weather the Storm. That was a good one. Oh, maybe I was supposed to shock there. I guess I can still Manamorphose off the breeding pool, so it's not the end of the world. Interesting that they boarded in Path. So I think we have a decision right now on how we want to play this, because like we could empty and then hope to live. They only have one card in hand, so like maybe we don't need to play the Weather. I popped you out for a reason. I guess we get to do it all now. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. Get wrecked, Burn. No one likes you. $50 life! Man, this league has been so much fun. We're at 50. Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I'm just going to leave the deck list the way it is. And if you're enjoying this stream, maybe you can do what I'm about to do and grab a drink out of this Epic Storm pint glass. Great for collecting your opponent's tears. All right, game 3 against Burn. Our third tough matchup in a row. We've opened up a pretty solid hand. We're definitely keeping this. Okay, another ritual. I would love to, like, opt into empty. That would probably be one of our better ones. Okay. That doesn't seem that good. I mean, I guess it stops us from gaining life. I'm just going to opt now. Come on, deck. Draw empty, please. I know it's a 1 out of 51, but, like, just give it to me. I guess it's 1 out of 50. We know the bottom card is Certain Visions. Pieces. I think I'm just going to pass. I would still accept you right now, empty. Alright, that's pretty good. I feel like we need to try something right now. They have Searing Blood or Searing Blaze. My bad. Lightning Helix. So now I can pieces and then make a decision if I want to cast this Morphos or not. Grape Shot Past in Flames. That seems pretty good. I guess I don't even need to take the Grape Shot. They're at 18. Definitely taking Past in Flames. Yeah, I guess Grape Shot's probably better because it's a clean kill if I just draw anything +1 mana off the Morphos. Oh no. Poor opponent. Woo woo! 3-0! You love to see it. 3 very difficult matchups, and we're just battling. And I'm not saying that like every matchup is bad for Blue Red Storm, but these have truly been 3 tough matchups. Like anyone that plays Modern will tell you, they don't want to face Spirits, they don't want to face Infect, you don't want to face Burn. We've clawed our way through these games, which has been pretty exciting so far. Granted, we're 6-3 in games. It's not the best record, but we're winning a lot of post-board games, and that's the more impressive thing to me personally. So we got to see Weather the Storm be pretty awesome. We probably would have won the game without it. I'm not going to pretend that it carried us, but we got to 50 life. Like, that's a pretty awesome screenshot. Yeah. Fairly excited about that. All right, keep. Yep. Sign me up. Must be the power of the dinosaur, clearly. Tron. We have a Morphos on top. Uh-oh. This looks like a natural Tron to me. Okay. If we hit a ritual off this Morphos, it's a clean kill. Likely not winning this turn unless our opponent messes up here. Okay, they're giving us the chance if we draw a ritual off this Morphos. Nope. I'll settle for a brawl, though. Helps us fight through Karn. They just had the natural. So they're probably getting Trinisphere here. We're lucky enough to have Repeal. And I was saying that I don't really like Repeal that much. Oh my. We're going to lose this. Wait, what? Why wouldn't you minus? That was a greedy line. You're going to get punished. That was silly. Why would... That is so risky. So, before I gifts, I just want to make sure that I can win. So if I play gifts targeting our opponent, I can get Ritual, Morphos, Land. So assuming that they give us Morphos, Land, that's not enough. I just have to cast Past in Flames here. Woo woo! Alright, so these green cards are probably not pretty good against Tron. We're not going to board those in. But these ones seem fine. And this is a matchup where I like a Braid. I will be boarding out Slights here because Opt can be cast as an instant. Now we just have to find one slot. I'm okay with boarding out of Gifts just because we are boarding in the pieces to help play around Cage and Relics and Tormod's Crypts and other things like that. Submit that. I'm keeping it. Opponent is mulligan to 5. And they will have turn 3 Tron. You can't be too surprised about that, honestly. It's kind of just like what Tron does. If you're not keeping a hand that makes Tron, you're probably, you know, doing it to yourself. The not winning. There's Karn. Would have liked to land there. Oh, they have both Karns. Alright, we've lost. Wow. That's impressive. Can't even be mad about that. Alright, we will be on the play. Oh, if this hand hits a second land, I'm a little nervous about it. I mean, I think you're supposed to keep this, but it's so risky. Got a bottom. All right, there's lane 2. Feeling good about that. Ooh, relic. All right, so there's actually a pretty cool trick we can do with double gifts. Um, so we should have time on our next turn. All you do is you cast Past in Flames. They'll exile your graveyard, and then before Past in Flames resolves, you you gifts again. That's the plan. I don't think they're going to give us the Abrade, so we want the mana. Yeah. So now they're put in a spot where, ooh, really? Oh, I don't need to do that. That was just, I don't think that was good for them. Yes, I would like that. All right, so we're going to get the other Past in Flames. And our opponent is conceded. Wow. 4-0. We're about to play for the 5-0. Pretty excited about this. For not playing Modern in some time, I am pretty happy. We haven't faced any Force of Negation decks, though, despite facing 3 tough matchups. Tron is, you're supposed to be favored. I don't know how much Karn the Great Creator into Trinisphere has changed that, because that seems pretty backbreaking to me. But we had the one of repeal when it mattered. Maybe that's a reason to run repeal in the main. I know earlier in this video I wasn't super thrilled with it, but hey, it got us out of that mess when we needed it to. So now we're playing for the trophy. And if you are interested, I do offer tutoring. All right, the final boss. We are on the play. Of course I'm keeping this hand. This hand's great. And for Serum Vision's Equity, we are going to fetch to lead off. We're going to shock ourselves going down to 17, just so that way we have a red source. Cast this Visions. Bottom these. They don't really advance our game plan. I'm not someone that likes to keep cantrip after cantrip and sculpt a ton over time. You're just wasting time, in my opinion. All right, I'm going to hold up Remand this turn and try to opt into a land for turn 3. This might be that green-white deck. Heliod Company. Well, that deck doesn't play Explorer or that, so I'm not really sure what this is. There's the land I wanted. I have a feeling this isn't a very fast deck, so I'm actually just going to take my time here. I'm going to cast Sleight of Hand and then hold up Remand. Then next turn, I can Gifts on their end step instead of burning this Desperate Ritual. Get out of here. Good draws. So this is just like the Titan deck, I suppose. So our opponent can fetch and bolt anything at will, just because of this interaction of Veil Cut, a land entering the battlefield, and Dryad. It's just something to keep on our back of our head. Alright, so we definitely want Past in Flames. Ritual. Ritual. Morphos. Look at all this mana. Alright, we should start off by cycling these, because if we hit a creature, we can make more mana. Like, they'll get a chance to bolt it, but it's still worth it to play the creature. Rewarded. We do not have a basic to search for, so I'm not going to do that. This can go back in for now. We haven't actually cast Past in Flames yet. I don't want to show them the green source. Alright, we're 1 away from the elusive 5-0. I should look up what Titan decks are playing in the board. Yeah, I mean, this looks like it. Force of Vigor, Boil. Might want to watch out for Boil, I suppose. Tormod's Crypt. Okay. Dismember. It doesn't look like they really have a whole lot of stuff to answer, so maybe I don't want to be boarding in those. Let's try that. And if I'm wrong, there's always a game 3. Sign me up. Although they had Path. The list that I'm looking at right now doesn't play Paths. Maybe I've made a mistake in not boarding in more cards. Like, it doesn't hurt to board in a Braid and Echoing Truth. So maybe that's just like a mistake. Just like playing 0 sleight of hands. Alright, well now Boil destroys all their lands too, so I don't need to worry about that. But we could die next turn. I'm just going to cast pieces here. Oh, don't misclick. Alright, what do you have, opponent? So they get to deal us 6. A fetch land would kill us next turn. They have 2 in hand. I don't know what they are. That's interesting. If they tried to like play a land, we could actually bounce the Dryad. Gives us another look as well. But if it's a fetch land, they could recast the Dryad. Alright, I think I'm going to pass. Guess they could have another land too. That was actually I messed this game up. This game's gonna be my own fault. I forgot that they can play another land. I should have went for it on my turn. Now they just replay Dryad, play a land. I guess that's not lethal. So is this Titan? As Titan gets Bazooka Bog? I don't think Titan can kill us here. So no Dryad. That's a good sign. They can get Bazooka Bog and like something else. I don't know what something else is. So they replay the forest, play Dryad. No? Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, there's almost no reason to not just start by cycling. Like the benefit of possibly hitting there is just like way too high. But it looks like I might have lost. Because we only have 8 mana. Yeah, and we need 2 mana to flashback. Or well, to even hardcast. Yeah, this didn't work out. Maybe I should have started on cantrips. I don't know. If we drew a Desperate Ritual, though, that would have been enough at the time. Guess we still have a land drop. That could be one. Yeah, and our opponent smartly gave us these two. There's Brawl. I don't think Brawl does enough here, though, is the issue. Yep, we're dead. Alright. Game 3. Like I said, there's no reason to not board in those cards just in case our opponent has a Haymaker. Well, we do have the Grape Shot in hand for that. Alright, so we can pieces the puzzle and then play Grape Shot, killing the Teague. I think I'm honestly okay with burning the Morphos here. Yeah. I thought about just playing the Visions, but I'd rather get Brawl in play. Get that Teague out of here. I'm guessing that they're probably a Reclaimer deck if they're playing Flagstones. Alright. We do have answers to that. Is it better to just gifts for them or cast the pieces? I guess I can do both. It's a win-win. We have a repeal and Echoing Truth. We have repeal, Echoing Truth. A Braid doesn't do it. So I guess we have to naturally find one of the answers because we only have 2 bounce spells. I think I'm just gonna... Do I let that resolve? I think so. I don't know if I gifts here because they could get Bajuka Bog. Just gonna opt. There's the truth. Alright, so we have to make it one more turn. The Reclaimer is going to cause a problem. We already know that. If I had known that I was going to immediately find the bounce spell, I would have remanded it. Getting the bog already. That is very good for us. I doubt that they have 2 Bazooka Bogs. They could be holding a Veil, which I am slightly worried about. I'm going to try to test the waters with this a little bit. Alright, so hopefully they don't have another. Oh, they could get a Vesuva. I don't think Vesuva triggers with Bazooka Bog, though. They must have another Veil. Maybe I waited too long. Is this lethal? So let's say I block 3. Alright, so no other additional abilities. So let's say I block 3 creatures. I would take 14 going to 2. Is there a land that deals me 2 damage? I don't know. So we have to remand this. Do you have it? They do. Yeah, I could tell by the way that they played that game that they were sitting on it the entire time. So we did not get the 5-0, unfortunately. Womp, womp, womp. But 4-1's not bad. Like, pretty happy with how this list performed. We didn't actually get any Veil matchups. Like you can board them against spirits. I don't think you're supposed to. Yeah, this list seemed pretty great. We got to cast a huge Weather the Storm. That was a blast. Yeah, so if you appreciate this modern content, feel free to let me know in the comments. Purchase something from theepicstorm.com/shop. Leave a message if you do take that method, so that way I know that you did it because you like the modern content. It's always great for that sort of analytical review. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. Hey, Bryant here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.